sometimes it's just taking a chance.
When you enter new markets, what would you regard as your success criteria in sense of performance indicators or something like that? And how do you get these success indicators beforehand?
Depends again. I mean, most of the young startups often do not think about success indicators at all, even in their home market. This is something that they have to learn, to measure and to define. If they haven't defined it for their home market, they will probably not think about this in other markets. So if you know exactly what is driving revenue in your home market, or what is bringing you new users, then it's pretty straightforward. For example, at Steganos, we knew that we needed PR, and PR. You need good press coverage, and of course, at that time, like 10 years ago, you would also need a local distributor that is helping you in to distribute your product to the retail market. So you need retail access, you need the right sales channels. So we knew which sales channels we had in Germany, so basically we were comparing, see whether there are good sales channels in the UK or in France or in Italy or wherever, and at the same time see, is there any chance to get PR coverage there, press coverage there. And so we knew the performance indicators, but if you don't know them, then you don't have much more than a gut feeling then.
But you cannot invest in a company where you don't have a gut, where you only have a gut feeling.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't, but it happens all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time, that's right. Yeah. So I try to get all the facts on the table, analyze it, and then hear to my guts that already incorporated the facts. I think that doesn't work too bad. Yeah. And when it comes to checking if you should enter a market, I mean, basically you can analyze that in a very conservative manner. You can see what do I spend for customer acquisition, what's the lifetime value of the customer. If the lifetime value is bigger than the customer acquisition, same as in your home market, then you should perhaps internationalize. The question is, which fixed costs do you have to accumulate, and do you have enough management attention to not let your core market suffer? But besides that, it's a very nearly boring rational decision.
I mean, the way of doing it that I've seen a lot in the last years was, especially in the internet companies, is checking these international markets out with very little HR costs, often with interns that live in the target market, and then let's just see whether something is going on and just read the weak signals that you might get from there. And if you see this is working, then you throw money on the market.
What I think is a beginner's mistake is to try to emulate franchise concepts and say, I will find experienced entrepreneurs in France, and then they may keep a part of the profits, and I will have transfer prices. I mean, of course you can try to really quick find people who are running the local branches and incentivize them with stock, but it's really difficult. I really wouldn't underestimate that, and you can really get confused. And I think it's better to have one profitable branch in, let's say, Germany than 3 unsuccessful in the UK, Germany and France. So you have to be realistic how quick you can scale internationally.
Do you really develop a strategy?
No, many strategies. So first of all, I think that strategy is a term that is completely misdefined. Yeah? I think most people don't even know what a strategy is, from a theoretic point of view. Having having said that, I think you need a plan, and I think you need several plans. Yeah? So you need a plan for, in particular, for your go-to-market strategy. You need a plan for your product. I think that's very important to have that intent before you start, but on a realistic level, and not to try to make it perfect. For me, a plan, for example, a business plan that is bringing together everything in a more quantitative basis, for me is crucial, but not crucial to then execute that plan, but crucial to see what I didn't think about in the beginning and get the big picture, and to know if I would rather want to do it or rather not want to do it. And Gabriel is absolutely right. After a week, the plan is not up to date anymore. Probably it's completely wrong, but nevertheless it helps me to grasp the model, to grasp the concept.
Right. I would say so too. The plan is not the thing you execute. The plan is like an instrument that helps you think about the thing you want to execute. After a while you will find out that most of the time it doesn't work the way you plan. But what might be helpful is thinking of strategy as something emergent. It's not something that you put in place and then implement it, especially not if you're not a super experienced serial entrepreneur. But it is something that will change and develop over time, and that you will need to incorporate a lot of input and signals that you will get from the market into your strategy. So it's not something, it's not a dogma. It's not a dogma. It's something that must change over time, because perhaps your values won't change. That's something else. Yeah, you might have some values and ideals. So, for example, with Akaaki, I am convinced that people will share information about themselves in order to get to know other people. I'm absolutely convinced that this is something that will be the same in 10 years or even 100 years. But the strategy of actually how to get this product to the market, which platforms to address, how to position this exactly, etc., etc. There's a lot of questions to be answered, but this might change and this will change, and so you have to really make this differentiation between values that don't change and strategies that will.